Welcome back. I'm Larry. So tonight we're working on my 1976 Ford truck. I want to replace this coil hookup piece here for my coil because if you can see from when I did my Cleveland swap, the wires are just a little bit too short to reach this properly the way I had to route them for it to be on top like it's supposed to be. Plus, if you notice, I have a zip tied because it's broke. It's the original one. It's just old and brittle. It cracked. It broke on the clamp part. So, I want to change it out for a new one. So this is what I got. I picked this up on Amazon, I think for about 10 bucks, and this brand new casing, obviously. And these are the clips here, one of them. I think both of them actually broke on the original because of the wires. And this is the brand name, Handy Pack. There's the part number for it. Fits 75 to 87 Ford. So that's what we're gonna be putting in here. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is cut this zip tie off. We can get in here and get it loose. We got to take my coil loose because I don't have enough room to get this off with the fuel line being there like it is. Okay, so after some messing around, I ended up breaking mine, unfortunately, which it don't matter. Mine was broke already. I was trying not to break the front of this off, because I just, I didn't want to break it just because it's original. But like I said, it was already broke anyway on the inside, so it really doesn't matter. So what I ended up having to do is, like I said, I ended up prying on it and broke the front of this off. But if you wanted to save yours, this is how you would do it. Just to give you a close-up, so on the non-broken side here, let's say your terminal's still in here, right? And you want to pull it out of your original cap to save the cap, or whatever the case may be. You want to lengthen your wires and use the same cap back over. You can actually take this plastic tab in here, take a screwdriver through this groove here, this cutout, and push back on that plastic tab like that. You can see it move. And then pull your terminal out this way. And then you won't break the cap. Like I said, luckily I didn't break this side, which it don't really matter. This side's broke, so it's no good anymore. But I accidentally ended up breaking this one off when I was trying to pry on it. So that's my mistake. But if you just, as long as you're careful and you press that tab right there, it'll pull right out. I'm going to go ahead and loosen my coil and turn it. I gotta loosen it in the bracket and turn it so then I can get it facing straight up and down like it's supposed to be. All right, now that we got that facing the right way, we kind of get an idea of if I need to trim these wires or not, or if they'll just be all right as is. Yeah, I think really I'm gonna leave these wires along like they are. I think they'll be about perfect like that. I got some spade connectors because I don't want to cut my original wiring harness. I'm just gonna plug these right into it, like so. And then I can hook the wire into it. I'll tape all this up and tape it all up, make it look factory, and you won't never even know. And the good thing is, this new one is also color coded. Green is on the left, red is on the right, just like the factory one. I've got one terminal and two terminals. Now I am taking my needle nose pliers and kind of bending the ears down just a little bit to make it grab that spade connector a little bit tighter. Okay, now I can take those up and make it look factory, and I never even know that it was never meant to be like that. Okay, and now that them two are taped up so they don't make contact with each other and short out, I can pick up where my factory wiring harness left off from back here and just finish running it on up. And like I said, you can see how green goes to green and red goes to red. So it's a simple install. Now I gotta pull some slack back out of this to shorten up my wiring harness a little bit. Okay, so I finally figured out how I want to route it. I think this looks a lot neater coming down through here like that and then curving back. So that looks good. Got our coil wire back up. And that looks good. Now the only thing left to do is I put my dipstick tube back. I pulled it out to give me room to pull the coil off. Now I can fire it up and make sure that we have a good connection and everything's still working like it's supposed to, and that is a done deal. So just to give you a nice close-up of it, this is how it turned out. I said, other than the fact that this one is black instead of white, you can't tell me it looks factory. So that turned out really nice. So, yeah, I like that a lot. And actually, with it being black, it blends in better. You don't even notice it as much. Even though I think the white one is cool because it actually says like test on it and tack for back in the day whenever, and it has the Ford emblem on it. For back in the day, whenever like you take it to a dealership and they had to test it, they could hook their tack to it. That's where it says tack test. You could hook it in there, and then they could check the RPMs when they're adjusting like the air fuel ratio and carburetor idle speed and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I kind of hate to get rid of that part of it, but you know, it is what it is. It's a 50-year-old piece of plastic, and eventually they just break. So if it hadn't been for it breaking, I would have just pulled the plugs out of it and then pulled the plugs out of this cap and hooked the new ones into the old cap. But since it broke, I couldn't do that. But that is a complete install on that, and you can see the wire and how I got it routed through there. It is a little bit long. I could have shortened it up just a touch, but I wanted to give me extra slack so then I would have that slack, because I didn't want it pulled tight in here, because I got it ran through here and it looks really nice and neat like that, and way it curves back. So I think it turned out really good. Now another thing you could do if you wanted to is I could have just cut the the factory, or did what I did, put spade connectors in there and ran some wires up here and put just regular eyelet terminals up here and get an old style coil, an older style coil with the studs on it, or an aftermarket coil with the studs on it, and I could have screwed it on, but I've never liked that style. It's not that I don't like it, but it's just on this truck, I like to keep the originality, and I love the convenience and simplicity of this just plastic cap that snaps on. It makes great contact, never have an issue with it, and it looks cool too. So that's why I decided to keep that. But you can see if we walk over here to my 68 fastback, and you can see what I was talking about. This is the style coil I was talking about. This is another route you could take, where you just get a simple coil with the studs on it like that, and then just hook terminals to it like that, and then you got the same effect. But to me, that's fine, but I like that, like I said, that simplicity of that plastic cap that snaps on. I just like it better. All right, so that's all there is for this video. That was a quick, simple install to repair either broken wires. You know, if you got to cut your wires to get, you know, maybe your wire is like, maybe your wires are like chafing, you got the bare wire exposed. In that case, you would have to cut the factory wiring. Luckily, my wiring still looks perfect, so I just put those spade terminals in there. If it was frayed or, you know, starting to crack and break, I'd have to just cut the end of it off. But luckily, I was able to save the original terminals, which is really cool. So yeah, like I said, simple install. So I hope this helped out anybody that might be concerned about how to go about doing that. If you ever need to change yours for any reason, that's how you do it. So yeah, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the drop box down below. And that's all there is for this video. As always, thanks for watching. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.